I've been booking for a year now. I've been working with the company for like 5 years. I've seen so many bands that have good potential, but they don't draw. They don't bring anybody. They don't. It's I don't know if they don't care enough, or they just don't know what they don't know what they're doing. But it's just you got to bring people, and that's.
No.
Is this going to be in the podcast?
I'm gonna cut a few parts of it. I'm gonna like throw some of this in like the intro, like hopefully get a few. Anyways, cool. So this is I want to welcome everyone to the Breaking Alternative podcast. I'm gonna be your host, kill.jeezy at Instagram. Check me out. So this is the very first episode we're doing with Breaking Alternative podcast. We're here gonna give you the BAP. I'm here with my homie Damien. He plays in a band called Sleep on the Forest Floor. But yeah, man, you out here looking sexy. Got the Enterprise Earth and hoodie. And I don't have a band hoodie on, but it's whatever. It's been raining like crazy outside. It's cold as shit. That's why I have my hoodie on. Like
that's true.
Halfway on my head. And then Damien with the new haircut. Show the crowd, dog. Sheesh. And we'll figure out why y'all will figure out why he got his head kind of.
No, we won't.
We'll see.
Heard he told the story.
Yeah,
we weren't filming at the time.
I told you you're gonna tell it another time. So
that's fine.
Anyways, so
I have to say before we even start, man, you're way better at this than I am.
What do you mean?
Well, I know I do all the interviews on YouTube, but like you're way more like upbeat and like about it than I am. I just hide behind my camera. You're like, yo, got the homie Damien over here. He's looking swag as fuck with this Enterprise Earth hoodie. I'm like, damn, okay. And then like over here already shouting out, yeah, this is my podcast at was it Breaking Alternative?
Breaking Alternative
podcast. When I'm like BAP,
bro, BAP, BAP.
Way more.
Alex over there, by the way, guys. What band are you in, bro? He said he's in a band called Nostalgia X.
Why didn't we get him?
And we'll get him in. We'll get him in a bit. But anyways, I appreciate your compliment, and I did see your interview with damn, who was it? It was a touring band at the X Bar. Who was it again?
I don't know. I've
Distinguisher.
Oh,
was it Distinguisher?
That was the recent one I did, but I do a lot of.
What's that page you post on?
It's just YouTube.
Just YouTube, but what is
horrible
it?
YouTube?
Like, if people can check it out. Like, what's the?
Oh, I do Instagram. I guess I make I do a few second video of it and then put it on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that right? No, I don't think I did that. I thought it was just YouTube.
Was it YouTube? There was like 2 videos I think of you. I think I only saw one though.
I think I always posted to YouTube and then I forward it basically, to Facebook on my page. But I may have, I don't remember doing it, but I had plans to basically take like the first 50 seconds of it and then put it on Instagram, like on my story to build up a hype.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
You should. I actually, your interview kind of low-key like inspired the show. So.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah. No,
I mean, I only did it because I was inspired by Brian Stars.
Brian Stars, dude. What? Throwback. We're not going there.
Hopefully we're not snakes though.
No, but I wanted to talk today, kind of like about like that you're in pinup already, and for those of you that don't know what pinup is, can you give them like a brief summary of what that is?
I can try.
Yeah. What? Tell the crowd what pinup production.
As long as Joel doesn't watch this.
Joel wants to. Joel's too big.
Pinup Productions. We are a music production company that hosts shows for all different kinds of styles of music. We mostly do metal. We've tried in the past before my time. I've heard we've done rap. We've done country. I've recently tried to get EDM to be a thing, but I only know a few like really underground DJs that go to my school, Foothill College.
Yeah. But basically,
we do metal, and we just host a variety of different bands shows, trying to bring metal or the local underground scene back to the Bay Area. And from all acts, we've done my band, that's Nobody. We've done Whitechapel at the Catalyst. We've done Atreyu. We've done Chamber of Malice from Germany at the X Bar. Like,
that was an insane show.
I also interviewed them.
Oh, nice. Chamber of Malice. Okay, cool.
It came out horribly because I didn't have a mic at the time. Nice. And we had to do it out in the wind.
Oh, no.
And I think a car drives by at one point.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, you're
Oh, it's still
good. You're
recording.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
I don't know. That's gonna have to be a question for somebody else that is higher up. But I think we both know who. But
Yeah. Yeah.
getting him on here and his free time will be amazing if that'll happen.
I'll see.
It'll
He's
happen.
definitely on my hit list. So, no homo. So, anyways, yeah. So that's how I know Damien for about the past 2 years or so. 2 years, I say. Yeah. So I joined the pinup team. He was already a part of it, and we're just good homies now, and we support each other.
If I may
Pretty much
say,
everything. Yeah. What's up?
when Hymus first joined, I didn't like him. I thought he was just this guy that came in because I was working, and we'll say the guy's name, Casey Spencer. I
Casey,
was working with him for like 3 years. I think I'm on my 5th year almost now. I was working with him for 3 years, and I don't know how to do sound. So Hymus walks up all in here. I don't even know who this guy is. And shout out to Jim. I don't know whatever happened to him, and he'll probably
Shout
never.
out to Jim.
You know,
For no reason whatsoever.
well, because he's the one that got you. That
Yeah,
you
so-
shadowed him.
Yeah, I shadowed him.
You
But
shadowed
I
him,
already
but
had, like school experience.
well, exactly. But Hymus joins, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's taking my spot over here. Already worked his way up the ladder for no reason. Well, that's because he knew more, like knowledge, like knew more and could do more than I could at the time. But now, hopefully, not so much.
Yeah, we're about like neck and neck right now.
I don't know. I mean, I'm learning to do sound. You already know how to do it, so
It'll come naturally. It's just all ears, pretty much, and just a few technical knowledge. So.
But definitely now we have a better relationship. But the first few months, I was very jealous and envious of him. I wasn't happy.
It's okay. Damien, I don't even know where you're from. So like, where you from, dog?
How can you say you're my friend if you don't even know where I'm from,
That's
man?
what I'm asking you now.
I'm just kidding. Because to be honest, I don't know where you're from either.
You could ask me after you tell me where you're from.
I'm from a hospital.
Oh, dude, I think like most people are from there. So
No, I've lived in the Bay Area all my life. I think I was born in Mountain View, if I remember correctly, but I don't think so. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I've lived all up and down, basically, like just the Bay Area. I've never gone any further or any up like any more north or any more south. But I started living my life at when you're
Yeah.
born in San Jose, and then we moved to Sunnyvale, and then we moved to Cupertino, and I spent Cupertino from like age 12 to about like 19, 18.
how old are you now?
I'm 22 now.
22.
I'll be 23 in January.
Well, that's coming up. For those of you who
January
don't know, we're
19th.
shooting this December 1st. Oh yeah, no, November just finished. Rest in peace, everyone that got through that. So let's see. What was your upbringing like? Like you said, you moved a lot. So that was pretty rough, right?
We didn't. It sounds like we moved a lot, but I didn't move as much as my mom or whatever. But I grew up. I'll go from basically Cupertino because I don't remember a lot from the other few places because we didn't stay very long. But basically, I grew up with a single parent. My mom. Sorry, excuse me. um, and for the most part, all my life it was just us. Then I found out I had a stepbrother named Devin,
Shout
and
out Devin.
then great graffiti artist. Your food. And then I found out I had a sister. Honestly, they're gonna be mad if they ever see this, but I don't know how old they are anymore at this point. Bad with numbers.
You're just a rock star now, right?
I'd like to be, but I don't think so. Everyone else is happy with my stuff, but I'm just like, I don't think so, man.
We'll get to your project.
But because I know we're on a time frame, my bad. Grew up a single parent. Found out I had brothers and sisters. We didn't get along. We didn't see eye to eye. They all lived. To everyone, we all share the same dad, different moms. So they came from like foster care. We won't get into that, but another time, another story, another time. Especially that's their stuff to tell. But it was rough. At one point, because my mom is so nice, she'll bring in everybody and try to help everybody. Everybody just kind of fucks her over. That's why I think I try to be nice and help everybody for the most part.
All right.
We had at least like 12 people in a 3-bedroom house.
Shit.
Yeah, and my mom was putting them all through school, getting everybody's lives back together. It's crazy. She's a great person. This is the reason why I keep doing what I want to do, because I don't know, it's my encouragement. But
Shout out all the mamas in the world.
right. I feel like I'm not doing it really good justice, but yeah, she's did everything for us and everything. Nowadays, now that everybody either got kicked out or moved on or whatever for all the different circumstances I could go into in another time, we're all on a good page now, a good note. But at the time when we were younger, no, not whatsoever. I was going, I got kicked, I got expelled out of 5 preschools.
Preschools?
Preschools.
What the fuck? How do you
Yeah, and then like my
preschool?
brother was getting expelled. He went to juvenile hall. I went to juvenile hall.
Damn.
And actually,
So you're a bad boy.
no, not really. You know, I've been to group home I went to group home for 2 years. I moved all the way to Reading. I never lived there, so I didn't quote that why I lived there, but I was out there and got like super buff because they were like, because you're living on a farm, you know, so like they had you chopping the wood, lifting all those fucking shit out in the snow. That shit was crazy. So I used to be off the handle. I think the next question, Walsh, I'll give a little splash to before I end this part, is what was like my first time with pinup? Well, it's not my first exact day, but I don't remember any better story other than when Casey first kind of brought me under his wing. Basically, we had another guy there. We won't say his name, but him and I got in a fight. And I'm very easygoing. I let everything slide off. And I tell him, and you don't know who Casey looks like, but Casey is scary. He is a like fitness trainer. He's this guy's trainer, and he's fucking he's our head security guy at the same time too. And I told Eric on his first day back to pinup, because same with you. And I didn't like Eric at first because I thought he was taken away from me. But I told the guy, like, what are you gonna do? You want to fight about it? You want to go? And we were about to throw hands, and Casey and Eric had to get in between both of us. Eric was laughing his ass off the whole time, though.
Shout out Eric Jones.
And Casey wasn't too happy, but
shout out Casey. So Gerlach.
Yeah, it was a good time, but yeah. So I was not a good kid, but going to those places helped me better. And yeah, my mom does everything for everybody.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's kind of all for now.
Shout out mamas everywhere. Wouldn't be where I'm at without her. But yeah, so all right, cut the bullshit. What were you listening to on your drive to your studio today?
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
What's the second album called again? I always butcher the name. It's Meteora, right?
I don't fucking know.
I think so. Like, I always butcher the name, but I love the song Nobody's Listening.
I want to say I'm really into Linkin Park, but like I only know like their popular songs. And people are gonna fucking hate me and fuck what you think.
So
you could get off this podcast. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah. So okay, cool. I was listening to some like hip hop rap.
What artist?
Puya. He's like a Florida artist.
I was listening to Mike Jones the other day.
Who?
Mike Jones. Still tipping off mofos. Yeah, it's funny, and you say, "Who's Mike Jones?" Doesn't he have a song?
Yeah, that was a joke.
That's what I thought. I was like, I think I got it.
All right, so cool. Right before we get into the gravy, I just want to know what. Tell me about your current project or your band. Like, and what instrument you're playing. How long you guys have been a band, and like, like if you guys have any socials.
Okay. My band at the moment, we're a 6-piece. I play the drums. I do very minimal backup screams, but now I don't do any really because we got Joel Ferry from a Black Rose Burial.
Shout out Black Rose
Burial. 10 years ago from MySpace. Hasn't been in it for a long time. And then why the project came about is I really wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be a front man. And I threw out my voice at one point. And I just realized this probably isn't really for me. And I always wanted to play drums as a kid, but going back to the first thing, living with a single parent, and we lived in apartments for a long time. My mom didn't know there was electronic kits, but no harm, no foul. And then it took till where we live now, where my stepdad, Sean, and his band, Burden of Oath, shout out.
Shout out, Burden of Oath.
He bought me my first drum kit ever. And I learned for one whole year on his kit, and it's this giant cage kit. It's crazy. Setting up and tearing down, it's a pain in the ass.
For the drum geeks out there, you want to tell them what it is, or
I have
a special? Or?
I have a 5-piece PDP kit, but now PD is PDP, right? I don't know.
I don't
know gear.
I don't know gear.
But I have like almost like 8 different symbols on there, I think, or whatever. They were all Zildjian custom Z's from Sean, my stepdad.
Mm.
And then I get all basically I get kind of I'm fortunate. I get a little fortunate. I get his old drumsticks. I never buy any drumsticks really. Vic Verth. They're really heavy ones too. And then all his old cymbals, so Zildjian custom Z's, and then I got Pisces from him. I've gotten vinyl or whatever from him. So it's crazy. I haven't really had to buy all that stuff, but shout out to Paul from Lost to the Void and Spawnification or whatever. He bought me my Alesis sample pad that has the 808s, the doom.
Shout out, Paul.
So the thing though is I was gonna buy a Alesis thing, and I bought it from the used part, and he felt bad because when I bought it, it didn't work. When it worked the day before, and then it wasn't working when I finally bought it. Right. So he felt bad, so he bought me something else, which turned out to be better because you guys can't see it, but there's like this Alex, because you don't have a mic. What's this thing called again?
Like a wireless router?
He has this wireless thing, and I don't really know gear very well, so it was just very easier to have a sample pad that I put an SD in and only 2 chords compared to having to know the dials and the knobs and all that shit. So a lot simpler, but I play the drums. Again, as I said, we have 2 guitar players, a bass player. The why it came about is I wanted to be in a band, and I sucked at vocals, I sucked at guitar, and I really wanted to play drums. But then I came to the point where everybody kept saying like being a drummer, you'd find a band easily, but I disagree. I tried out for over at least 50 different bands, and after
a couple. You said 50 bands, 50.
Yeah, like about 50 bands, and I was told no. But see, the thing though, I kind of realized now is because I never played to a click track, so I had shitty ass tempo and everything. So, but the thing though is I was so eager. It was like my second year in. I wasn't really that great, but I mean, I had a band from high school. But we won't really go into that story. I mean, I don't care anymore. But it just didn't work out for creative differences is the best way to put it. That's the nice way to put it, I guess.
Wait, is that the one with the guy? Okay, no, we're not talking about that. So.
Oh no, you're thinking of a totally. You're thinking a different one. No, we won't ever bring that up because I have nothing to do with that. It's just unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Shout out.
Unfortunate and sad. But high school band, a friend of mine from high school, we were trying it out. It didn't work out basically, and then I got lucky with Travis. I ran into him at Shoreline.
Who's Travis?
Dude, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Who he is.
Travis is my guitar player. We started Asleep on the Forest Floor. That is our band. He technically started the band back in MySpace in 2009 as a solo project. And then I ran into him 2017.
Don't look at me.
No, 2018. I wasn't really looking at you. I was looking around, thinking. Okay, it was 2018 because it's 2019 now. It's about to be 2020. So I ran into him last year when I got a job at Shoreline, Live Nation. Mm-hmm. For anyone that doesn't know, I guess.
I feel like they know Shoreline before they know Live Nation.
Well, I mean, you never know who watches this. Could be somebody else that's not in California.
Oh, you're right. I was just.
But technically, I mean, people in Sacramento might not know what Shoreline Amphitheater is. They know probably Toyota or Masonic or whatever. Live Nation venues. Yes. Good old Live Nation.
Good old.
And
so you met him there.
I met him there, and it took me. And basically, how we met is he had like an Attack shirt on, and I was like, "Dude, I know that band. They're fucking sick, man." And we started talking about it. And he's very quiet. If you ever meet him, he doesn't really talk. He's very hard to get to talk. The only way to talk to him is you got to ask him what he likes. He's not good at giving feedback or criticism. And I can say this because he's in my band and I love him. But goddamn, man, I ask him all the time. Oh, how'd that sound, Travis? Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Not like, oh, what do you think? Should I do a fill here? Should we do an extra measure? It was cool. But I mean, it's true.
So would that make him easy to work with?
I'd say yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have anything. Travis, when you see this, you're gonna get it, man. But which is not really much. But basically, just yeah, actually, I guess it's more to Dave, our other guitar player, but Travis doesn't really like to play with other guitar players. He's not very nice. He likes to just do it all himself,
Mm.
which is for a good reason. Like the thing that he tells me, and I don't know, Alex over there, he plays guitar, you play guitar. Guitar players are very picky. If you're not better than them, then they don't want to play with you. If you're not on the same level, they don't really want to play with you. If you're not better than them, then it's hard to play with a guitar player that's not better than you.
What do you guys think? Comment down below
So
on that.
that's why, technically, in a way, our high school band, my high school band, didn't work because we brought it to here, and then I brought Travis in, and then we came into a position where it was like, okay, like he's kind of better. This guy's better. I'd rather play with him than we playing together, and it just was hard. But fortunately, Dave also is really good in his own way. They're both good at different things, so they can pick off different things. But you know, that's something he says. I wouldn't know. I play drums, and I like to believe I'm very easy to work with.
For sure.
And I think Alex can agree over there if he ever says anything. But we won't say the names why. But he says I'm very nice, and I like that. Thank you.
I think you're very nice. But hey, do you have anything like what are your socials that you want to give them?
We have a Facebook. We have a Twitter that I don't use. We have an Instagram. We have a
Follow,
YouTube.
use this Twitter account.
Everything should just be labeled "Asleep on the Forest Floor," and you'll be able to find it. I have my own YouTube channel just titled "Let's Die Today," and that has all my interviews, and it has different like hype videos for Asleep, because I put it there because I mostly have our YouTube channel is a bit different. It says "Asleep on the Forest Floor" official, so that's the only one that's kind of like. But I don't know, just it sounds a little pretentious now, but
No,
at the time it was cool.
I think it's necessary sometimes. You just gotta put that official
But
verification check.
all the other things, it's just the same. I haven't looked at our Twitter page in like months.
Do you guys have
We-
music out on Apple Music or Spotify?
No, we don't have anything out yet, unfortunately. We have a Bandcamp that doesn't have anything on it.
So just follow the Bandcamp to stay up to date with.
Well, I don't
their new
think
shit.
there hasn't been anything posted to it yet because you have to post something to make for your band page.
I thought you said you have one. I thought
We have one. I have the name solidified in the
Okay.
account, but I have to log into it and post something so then it'll pop up.
all right.
You know,
Well,
I mean, if you ever put up music out, you know how it
just
goes.
type it in every week until something pops up.
Well, we have plans to record early January 2020. We have like 4 more shows coming up. We have December 14th at the Caravan Lounge, and then we have one
San Jose.
San Jose, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
And then we have one. I don't remember the venue. I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to butcher it. But we have a show in Santa Rosa. It was the Arm the Valkyrie and Black Passage show that got rescheduled thanks to the fires.
Right.
And then we have another one back at the X Bar, and it's for my birthday show, January 19th, X Bar 2020. I'll be 23. And then that's our last show. And then we plan on recording strictly after that because we've been writing a bunch of shit and we want to finally put it out. But it took so long because we had to find all the members.
Right. So we can expect new music by 2020 spring?
I'd say so.
2020 spring. Keep an eye out, guys, for that. But one of the reasons I kind of brought Damien onto the show, besides wanting to bullshit around and hang out, is because he did something kind of incredible, like that no one else does here in the Bay Area, at least in like the metal local scene. Is his band sold, what was it, over 100?
120 pre-sale tickets.
120 pre-sale tickets to 200 capacity venue. Where
technically the venue is only 193.
193. It's 200 cap.
But yeah.
Right. And there was a big tour package that came along with them that they were opening for.
Enterprise Earth.
Enterprise Earth. And if you haven't heard of them, change your life. Check out Enterprise Earth. Distinguisher was opening for
Enterprise
Earth. They were part of the tour package.
And we had good old Eighth Year.
Eighth Year, my boy. Shout out Eighth Year. Shout out Josh. Shout out Chris. I love you guys.
And then we had Us play, which is Asleep. And then we had King Evil. So definitely shout out to Donovan. That's old members from like Lechuza, if you ever even knew of them.
Yeah. Also,
and then
Donovan was in
Repulsor.
My
bad. So Repulsor and Lechuza. So that was really cool.
Yep.
This is something I can't wait to talk about because there's so much around the show. But and then we had Shores Rising from East Bay. I don't remember exactly where, but they were really cool too. They were really sick, really nice guys.
Unfortunately, I missed more than half the show. I got there right as Eighth Year finished playing.
He missed my
day jobs. Fucking suck.
He missed my set.
I know.
And he was my first pre-sale ticket.
I was his first. Yeah, I bought his first of his 120 sold. Um, and the reason I did that is because you got to support your homies, even though like I get in for free because I'm the sound guy. I just you got to support the homies one way or another, and what way than buying their first pre-sale ticket to get them up and running. But yeah, so I just kind of want to talk about like how it was that you as a band or you by yourself and as a band were able to commit to many pre-sales and why selling pre-sales to a show is important.
Well, mm.
Loaded
Okay.
question. All right. What about okay? Let's backwind.
And I
What's
mean,
the importance of a pre-sale ticket? Like for you know,
that was why I was stumped on
yeah.
it.
Or what do you
um,
think? You had to. You were kind of forced to
why?
sell
Okay.
tickets. So
To I mean, I don't know if this is an answer people want to hear or if it's a good answer or not. But
it's your answer.
the
So
reason why we had to sell it is because Enterprise Earth is a big band and it's a tour package. It's so for instance, you can't see it, but there we played a show before in August, I think. And the touring band is called Timekeeper. I love those guys. Really great. But they're like my band. They dropped an EP and they went and hit the road because that's what you do. Well, Enterprise Earth, they've already dropped like 4 or 3 self-titled albums, right? So and they have a name. They have more than 1,000 followers. So they're like a big band. So when you're playing with like such a big band, um, you have to sell pre-sales because they want they want their money basically is a good way to put it. But I mean, I don't like I said I don't really that's why I didn't really know how to answer this question because that's kind of the cold hard truth. But
yeah,
you have to help pay for the touring package basically.
yeah. So apart from like selling tickets, I know like I used to do more promoting. Is it kind of helps you get a better time slot
Oh yeah, true.
in your roster. You also like you get preferential kind of treatment in the future.
Oh
So
yeah,
if
if I could chime in, I apologize. Thank you for bringing that up because I definitely brought in. Basically, the show there was 3 locals. There was Shores Rising, my band, King Evil. Eighth Year wasn't even on it yet. Nope, nothing, nothing to them. But basically, when it comes to a big show, the more you sell, the better you look as a person or a band, and the company will be happy with that. So whoever sold the most got to play the better time slot. Well, if you've never played a show or you've been playing shows, everybody knows that the middle spot, the middle time is the best time because that's when everybody rolls in because everybody lags and no one wants to open, no one wants to close. So selling pre-sales was that initiative to be like, hey, we want to take our music to the next level. We want to be somebody. So we had to sell all of them, and we did, and it paid off. But going to the special treatment kind of part, I wouldn't. I mean, I feel like Casey would always put his back out there for every band, but definitely what solidified it. And I don't want to say I'm quoting his words because I'm not, but basically not to knock on Enterprise Earth at all or whatever, but basically we got told to rush because we were taking too long because we had an amp issue, and we got hooked up from Drew from King Evil. Thank you again so much for helping us out. Otherwise, we wouldn't have played, and that would have been shitty. You sell 100 tickets and you don't even play.
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah,
so thank God for him, man. Oh goddamn. But basically the guy came up to me and was like, hey, I don't mean to be a dick, and I don't care either way, I'll be honest. He was like, hey, you need to cut your song, you need to cut your set, you're running into our time. And I think Casey, or my boss, or our boss practically, heard what happened, and he stopped him and he's like, no man, they could take the time they want. They sold 120 tickets, they brought this crowd for you guys, they're gonna play. I don't care what you say, they're gonna play. But no one told us that at the time, so we cut our set short.
it is what it is, right?
But that's like the special treatment. And then, like, for instance, I mean, there's so many good bands in the Bay Area that have proved themselves, like a Never. When like I don't know how many great shows they've been put on. They played with
Yeah,
Spite. What was it? Carnifex? Like they played
yeah,
once.
Carnifex.
When you draw, you get better opportunities.
Yeah.
And I've been. I mean,
Shout out Hanover.
something we didn't get into, but like I've been booking for a year now. I've been working with the company for like 5 years. I've
Mhm.
seen so many bands that have good potential, but they don't draw. They don't bring anybody. They don't. It's I don't know if they don't care enough or they just don't know what they don't know what they're doing. But
Right.
it's just you got to bring people, and that solidifies a better spot. And
How
like,
did you bring people? Because you would do if I remember correctly on like Instagram and Facebook, you had certain videos. So is that like a way to kind of like get attention
um,
on besides throwing flyers at people's faces?
the way I want to start this off is by saying why you need to talk to Casey is I just did everything he told me. I'm be honest. I'm be real with you. That's I did exactly everything he told me, and then also a few other things that were just like above and beyond that he didn't say that I thought were right. And it actually took this guy and his friend from Aether. Um, I forgot what's his name. You know, you remember we were talking Casey. We were talking about how he sold pre-sales with the milk in the bowl of cereal.
Dog, Garrett, if you're listening,
Yeah. So I'll get into all that, but basically, I just did everything. Basically, my boss told me, and it, and
shout
it
out Garrett
and
Washington.
it fucking paid off. Like I'm not lying to you. It literally, but basically, so to put it in perspective of like what I did, um, honestly, I want to believe this is what helped a little bit. But after working in the scene for 5 years and meeting so many people, I just feel like I've been there. People know me, and I've done them favors that they'll do me favors back. So it doesn't hurt to do anyone a favor because then you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So then they're kind of entitled to do something for you, and so that's kind of what I did. Like just knowing people, talking to people, and promoting in just more favors. So basically, I again Casey's idea, not mine, and they all work perfect. They all were amazing. But I basically in my band we wrote down there's 6 of us, so it's like perfect. There is a scheduled system that we all promote the show, and personal channels work way better and are more profitable than your business channel, kind of deal. So basically the reach is better. You have more friends, obviously, on your personal page than Pinup Productions because I don't think they can. They're just a
Right.
company, So
Or just as bands in general, like
yeah,
you could be a 300 follow band, 300 or 1,000. Your personal pages will probably have more reach than your band page, especially if
a good example is I
everyone's
think I
doing
have like 600 Facebook friends, but our Facebook only has 300 likes.
it. Okay.
So you know so but I don't think I really have that many friends though. But that's a good example.
Yeah.
Basically we set up a schedule. There's 6 of us, so Monday I start with Sunday, I guess, or Monday the band page, Tuesday me, Wednesday Travis, Thursday Sophia, Friday Emma. I don't know if I
And
said Sophia twice,
you
but and
all
then we all post. Basically, what we do is we make a personal post and then we share. So, but I got basically all the way around, and then there's only 6 people. So the 7th day is Sunday, but Sunday you want to start with Sunday, and the Sunday would be your band promoting it.
okay.
Your band page would be like, "Hey, we got a show December 14th.
Mhm.
Come check it out." Come Monday, I'll go click the link thing, and then I will share it on my personal page and reword. I'll be reword it because on Facebook you can reword a post,
Right.
whatever, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming out to my Enterprise Air show. It meant so much. We have another show coming out December 14th. If you would love to come see us again, if you couldn't make it last time, if you bought a pre-sale last time and couldn't make it for whatever reason, this show is you just walk in. It's a free
So
show.
you make like a little comment and then your band's post right there.
Yeah, so
And
we
do
have
all of you guys do it like consistently, like
no.
but
No.
I mean, it's
And
like an effort, right?
in my band knows how I feel about that. But we won't get into that because it's okay. That's
It's
okay. It's okay. Some people don't use Facebook, and I mean some people don't use the internet really, and that's okay. But does it mean I have
I
to
know
do
who the shades being thrown at. It's like if they don't use the internet, they won't be seeing this. But anyways, yeah.
But some people just don't use the internet, and that's okay. But that was one way. I'm not gonna lie. What people, I just like to go the extra mile. I don't no excuses. Have people don't want to pay in cash. Like what I've run into is I had to have Zelle, I had to have Venmo, I had to have PayPal. So I have all the cash apps. So when I come up to someone, like for instance, hi miss man, hey man, I got a show December 14th.
Oh, nice.
Love for you to come out. It's $10. And let me just say, do you have cash on you? Just say no.
No, I don't. I don't have cash, bro. I don't carry cash.
And then okay, well he doesn't have cash now. So now he's not committed. He's not like, he doesn't have to commit. He's like, but I'll be there. I'll have it next week. But I don't want that answer. I want him to give it to me now. I want the money now. So I'm like, okay, you don't have that.
See
Do you have Venmo?
Bitch, where's my money?
Yeah, no. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Rick James.
I want my money. Just kidding. And now I could be like, okay, moves. do you have Venmo?
No, I don't.
Do you have PayPal?
I do have PayPal.
See, then he's got something. So I'm like, okay, you can PayPal me. Make sure make sure they don't have any excuses. Have that shit handled. I have all of it linked to my bank. And then I did that. And then you can call this crazy, but I think it worked too, is again, I think I only have 130 friends on Facebook because I don't really use it too much other than promote. But I sat there one day on my day off and I personally messaged all my friends, all my Facebook contacts, all my Instagram followers, and my own phone contacts. And I've sent everybody a message. Keep in mind, most of it was a little copy and paste, but I try to reword it so it's not always, because I try to make people feel special. Like for instance, if I really know you and be like, hey, what's up, brother? I fucking love you. Will you come out to my show? Or if it's somebody I don't really know, and be like, hey, what's up, dude? It's just something really simple, but
solid.
Exactly. So I pretty much did that, and I messaged everybody, and I would do that right there. That takes a lot of time. I'm gonna be honest, it's fucking sucks. So basically what I would do is, the first time I heard about the show, I did it once, and then about halfway through, when we're gonna play in like another like 2 weeks, or like halfway through from the time you put it up to the middle, to the end, to the day of the show, somewhere in the middle, I'd message everybody again and say, hey, this is a reminder, blah blah blah. And then the last day, like the 2 days before, I would do it again, because if you sell pre-sales, you'll run into this. There'll still be people that they'll evade you no matter what. Like, love Cody Crampton, Lindemar. Man, Cody Crampton. Well, technically, he's what made me have to get PayPal. But because I never used PayPal, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I only use PayPal," and he lives way like an hour away from me, so I wasn't. I'll get to that too. Let me say real quick. No, I'll finish actually. I'll finish. Because I do that. I go and rants on accident. But I had to get PayPal for him, but he evaded me so many times. He's like, "No, man, I'll be there." He said he'll be there, which he was. He was. I'll give it to him, and I appreciate it. But he didn't want to pay at the moment when I wanted him to pay. So
okay,
you get those people that take hot minute, but just never give them an excuse. Always have Venmo, everything, so everyone's there. And then bug everybody, keep reminding everybody, and hence I remind him. I forgot kind of where I was going, but the follow-up point is also what I was going to get into next was I drove to a lot of places. I did delivery for tickets. Like I would hit up people on Facebook, like for instance, Dead Things. Shout out to Dead Things and Jordan. And Jordan, he's like my drum teacher and drum tech. I love that guy. Helps me out a lot. They live in Redwood City. That's like a 40 minute to an hour drive from my house. But basically, what had made it worth my while is I was like, all right, dude, if I'm gonna drive to you, you'll buy these tickets there. Can I interview your band? So we made it work. Did I interview them? No, though. We ran out of time. They practiced hella late, and they only practiced for like a certain amount of time. But then I went there and gave him no excuse. I had Venmo, I had everything, because Shoeless Shane.
Oh, Shane.
Shoeless Shane, he doesn't carry cash. He only had Venmo, so I had to get him on Venmo. But the rest of the band I got on cash. And you'll know.
Shane. Did I say shout out Shane?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, we said shout out to Dead Things, so it counts.
Dead Things is Shane. Yeah.
So just not giving people an excuse. You delivering, like, okay, just to put it, this is all one day right here. I started at my house. That's in San Jose. I drove all the way to where a Never plays and lives, Soul. That's
Where does Soul live?
He lives in the hills, like by Gilroy or whatever.
Oh, Morgan Hills.
Yeah, Morgan Hill or whatever. So that's already like a 40-minute drive away. That's going towards LA, mind you. And then, just so people know what the fuck we're talking about, I'm in the middle, San Jose. That's down south. And then going from there, driving all the way up 101 to 880 to Redwood City in one day.
Jesus.
So, and that was in around traffic hour too. I was driving in the heat of Bay Area traffic where it's like a gridlock. So
Oh god.
that was a long day, but did it pay off? Yeah, I sold 5 tickets to Never, and I sold. So okay, so a good example is we started with 30. We started with 30 pre-sales, and I sold all 10 in like the first 2 weeks.
You said you got 30, but you sold all 10.
Well, I meant to say all 30, but I sold 10 of it right away because I sold it to my family.
Right.
That was 10, and then another 10 to Sean's band practically, and you. But the last 10, that's why I said 10, is I sold it to a Never, and they're a 5-piece band, and then
Right.
and then I sold it to Dead Things, and they're also they're a 4-piece band actually, but all their girlfriends bought a ticket too. So just giving nobody an excuse. You drive places, have cash apps, bug people, just keep doing it. But the one thing he wanted me to touch on, which is why we brought up Garrett from Aether, right?
Yeah, the videos.
So
So Gary, if you're watching this,
thank you.
I tried so hard to dig up your fucking videos, and yeah, you do not make it easy. You post a lot of shit. Chill.
That's fucking true.
Chill. So I showed up one of the videos. It was the one when you were on the hutch.
The alien.
If I can find it, I'll ask you about it. I'll see if I can put it here. But god damn it. So yeah, you I guess he inspired your like making a video to sell pre-sales, right?
Yeah. Okay. So to be real, before we talked about that, I would like to say I had the idea in my mind, but I didn't think it was a good idea. I thought it was stupid. I was like, nah, this is fucking bullshit. Because okay, so also I feel like what helped me is I watch a lot of YouTube videos of just like business, and then I watch a lot of drum videos, and that's my daily YouTube stuff. But basically, and then I like to watch music business stuff. And there's this one guy I'm sure everybody knows, Finn McKenty, punk rock,
Sick.
and so he would talk about. He does a thing now where you can promote your band, and we want to enter the contest and see if we get put on it. That'd be sick. But he would talk about it, and I'd be like, "Man, that seems like such a good idea." But I would never felt inspired to do it, and I never thought it would really work. But because he lives like in Washington, right? So you watch like it's almost like those dumb advertised videos for workouts. Like this totally will work, and you watch it, and you're like, "Man, I don't know if it will really work." But then they have these people saying like, no, I'm from this with such and such state and it works, and you don't really want to believe it because it's not something But then when Hymus, Casey, and I were talking, they brought up him, and I was like, oh, I know this guy, I know this band, and it worked for him. So I was like, okay, it can work because I know somebody that it worked for. Don't use that. Don't let that limit you. But that's what limited me because I was unsure. But basically, they brought up like he would do hype videos, and so I think Garrett is in the lead for the most pre-sales sold in the Bay Area. And he sold 100. I think Casey's at like 90, and I'm at 75 by myself. So we're all trying to beat each other. Fuck, man, I was so close. I was
trying to beat each other?
Yeah, we're trying to beat each other off, man.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like a good time, Chief.
Yeah, I know. Want to join the party?
Hey, man, I'm not in a band, so can't beat you if I'm not in the game. So yeah, cool.
But yeah, he inspired it, and my first one, one thing I saw was, you want to work off of like relevancy. You don't want to, like when people do covers, you want to do a song like when Billie Eilish dropped her song. There was like dropped that the whatever. I forgot whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't care either. But there was like 8 different drum videos on that shit, and I was watching it because it's cool and I wanted to learn it. But the point is doing something that's relevant at the time, not doing something that's like 10 years ago that doesn't make any sense. Which is also super contradicting towards my band because we're doing something that was nostalgic. But
you gotta do what you gotta
do. But basically, we had a PG&E power outage over here. So basically, I put it in like a used car salesman kind of status. I was like, "What's up, guys? I'm Damien. I'm the drummer for Sleep on the Forest Floor. And are you sick of?" Because there's so many people without power. I was like, "If you're sick of not having power," because I also live in kind of like a rich. We are not rich, mind you, but we live in a nice, rich area of San Jose. but we were poor as fuck. But so they didn't turn off our power, so it was nice. But so I was like, if you, are you sick of not having power, then come on down to my house and where I got video games, and I would I would show my
Yeah.
PlayStation,
Okay.
and then I brought out the
The
barbecue.
barbecue grill with the chickens.
I open up the barbecue, and like
Oh,
we also got barbecue, and I open up the barbecue pit, and then there's our
the
pre-sales and our
pre-sale
stickers
tickets.
right there.
That was so
It's
good.
the branding, you want it in there,
Yeah.
you want it in the background. I should have just put a flyer right here. God damn it. Oh well.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Not
see,
opportunity.
I already thinking of new ideas. I didn't do it at the time though. But
I
so
want
that was kind of the point, and that was why it was relevant. It made a lot of people laugh. Um, Another cool way, I totally stole this from Pig Squeals and Breakdowns group, that this chat I'm in or whatever, Facebook group, and it's just a bunch of memes. Um, I don't remember how the meme goes because I don't have it on me, but basically it was some cartoon that I did not know of. It was like 80s or whatever, and it was like look to the eyes, look to the nose, look to the mouth.
Oh yeah, that was.
And you'll
It's like
notice something, and shout out to Goldview. This is how I learned this, and it's kind of sad.
shout out Goldview.
Nathan, little twins,
Nathan,
whatever.
shout out Nathan.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
meme.
that's okay.
Um,
Yeah,
I
shout out
told
Alex. He's right here. So it's this view. It's like look to the eyes, and then eventually it gets you to like kind of like
I'll explain here. Give him back the phone.
okay.
But
Yeah.
But basically, how I found this out is because he posted a meme, he got like 100 reacts instantly. You post anything about your band, you get like 5. It's sad. It's the cold hard truth. It sucks. So you just got to power through it. But memes work. I mean, there's this one band. I don't know if I haven't checked them out, but they're called Angry Reacts Only. They're pretty cool, and they got their fame off of just memes and the guy doing vocal covers. Reason why reason why I know that band is because again that group. But the meme goes as you saw, and then it's like check the comments, and then people click on the comments, and then it's like check the then when you check the comments, it's a guy pointing down, check the replies, and so what this band did is they just put their logo, and I was like, fuck man, I went all through that work just to know your logo that I couldn't read because it's a spider web drawing that I love but I can't read. It's a fine line, when you can read it to where it's illegible. Like no one likes it when you can't read it. Everybody like it's
I
nice.
love it when you can't read it. This just makes it that much better.
I mean, I'm wasting my time if I can't read it. Just kidding. No, but
so what did you do?
What I did though is because I knew people were going to do it because I did it. If I had read it, then someone else is going to read it.
Right.
I put our flyer in there instead, and there was a long comment trend of like, "Damn fool, you got me! That was hilarious." And I've never, mind you, I've never seen these people like any of my actual like band shit, but like it got new people to like look at it, so it worked. I mean, check out my Facebook. Feel free to steal it. I don't mind. It wasn't mine, and if you want to be successful, I say use it. I got my friend over here, Alex, that to use it, and it worked out for him, I think.
What's your Facebook for the people that want it?
It's just Damien Davis Warren, DAMIEN DAVIS WARREN.
Well, where can they find you on? Where can they find you on Instagram?
Let's Die Today. It's _ Let's Die Today _ It's kind of my thing. I just go by Let's Die Today. It's a backstory about that I won't go into fully. Is it was an old World of Warcraft character. Horde.
So all you
for the Horde.
motherfuckers.
Lotar Ogar, my friend.
Yeah.
Suck. I'm just kidding.
All right. So you got your personal Let's Die Today page. You said
my YouTube page is Let's Die Today. My Instagram page is Let's Die Today.
Okay, cool.
That's my thing.
All right, for sure. PSN.
Oh, actually, it's Let's Die Today.
Yeah.
PlayStation Network.
PlayStation 4. Yeah, we played a few times, right?
Yeah, but I think I've yet to play a good game of Fortnite with you because there's always that one video that everybody in the scene comments on is between you and Moises.
Oh, nah.
Chill. They're taking like a little ATV, and it was when the balloons came out, and they accidentally fucking were driving, crashed, and then they popped up too many balloons, and they went flying up, and then the car exploded at the top, right? Because it explodes at a certain point.
I guess, no, the balloon just kind of popped, so everyone.
Oh yeah, and then they fell like hella fast and died. It was funny.
Yeah, no, shout out Moises. He's an Anaver. Check out Anaver, change your life. Yeah, that was a good video. I think the 1 year, because I just saw it again, like the 1 year anniversary for that was like maybe like a week ago. Like it's pretty crazy. So I just played with Moises for the first time in like like 6 months, like 2 days ago. So
I've
shout
still
out
yet
Moises.
I've still yet to add him on PSN, even knowing I know it's his Instagram handle, but I forgot how to go by it.
Is it Mogul?
And
What's the story behind that, Moy? We gotta know. I don't.
and then I know him and I plan to dominate on Dark Souls
Oh yeah.
or Bloodborne. One of the two is our favorite between us.
If you guys want to play that bullshit with Damien, fucking comment.
Or
Say what's up.
PUBG.
Or Adam, he already said
Any game really. Actually, Rainbow Six Siege, but be a plat player. I'm plat. I don't want to play with
a
Grunt.
platinum.
Yeah, be platinum.
Oh, dude,
I was close. I was close to being plat too, but then I started playing with my friends that are like gold league, and I started losing. So now I'm back to gold. But
dude, I'm not even level 30, so I can't play ranked.
Wait, you play Rainbow Six Siege?
On Xbox, yeah.
Oh fuck
That's
yeah,
just sick,
dude! Yeah, I love that shit.
We're gonna talk video games. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Breaking Alternative podcast. We delivered you that BAP. And yeah, thanks again, Damon. Really appreciate your time.
No
And,
problem.
thank you for letting me stay in your studio. This is practice space, by the way, in Fremont, California. It's pretty sick.
We're gonna do a music video here.
Yeah,
for
what's
never.
coming up next? Actually, what are we doing here? Or what are you?
I like how he tried to close the thing.
Yeah,
already
we're
more
not
questions.
closing anymore. We're going back to this.
What's in the future for my band or for here?
For here.
Here I plan on turning it into a recording studio, and I'm not creative at all, so it'll probably just be Let's Die Today recordings. Inspired by Darius and Cody and all them for the Rapture recording.
Shout out Rapture. I've never
Spite.
been there, but I hear wonderful things about it.
And then like in the next week or so, you don't see all the gear that's laying around. There's not really too much. It's pretty clean in here. Yep, but or a shout out to Nostalgia X, because they're my other band then here that has to help pay only $200.
Shout out Nostalgia X.
And not to shit on them, but it takes them forever to come up with $200.
Hey man, it is what it is. It's the
I mean, they're punk music though, so it kind of makes sense. They're taking their sweet ass time. No, but we plan on doing a music video here for the boys in an ever, and it's gonna be fun. And it's not a really big room, but we're gonna fit like 60 people in here, or more. So hopefully, shout out to them.
Of things coming up, just off the pinup page, December 6th, this Friday, we got No Right playing with Parasitic Ejaculation, Josh Struck. Shout out fucking Josh Struck. Change your life. And shout out No Right, fucking change your life. Yeah, at the X Bar, it's at 2990 Homestead Road. Check it out, straight off the pinup page. If there's any shows you guys want me to shout out in the future, send me a DM. Catch me on Instagram at KIL.GEZY. That's kill.gz. So hit me up. Start logging off.